私の everything すべてがそこに入ってるなんて。Oh. Bye bye dorm. Oof, that's it. Hey guys, before we get started, I wanted to share a quick tip. If you're learning a language, I wanted to let you know about a website called italki.com. This is actually the resource I use to find a native teacher who's teaching me Italian. But if you're looking for custom one-on-one lessons in Japanese, English, or another language, definitely check out the link below to see how you can get a free lesson. Okay, here we go. Hello everyone. It is 33 degrees Celsius. Freaking hot and ridiculously humid out there. Dakara, I'm kind of afraid to go outside. I think I'm gonna end up having like at least 4 bags. But this is my this is my last weekend here in the dorm. So I'm trying to bring as much stuff as I can over today, and then if there's anything left, I'll bring it next week. But next week I'm really busy and I don't have time to move, so I kind of need to get this all done now. Well, ready that. But yeah, this is the dorm. I feel like you may have seen glimpses in other videos. There's a sink, bathroom, a desk, a refrigerator, and a bed. Which is like, oh, and an air conditioner, of course. Hey baby. It's totally livable. It's just also very small. I'm moving in this freaking weather. I've been trying to wait for the sun to go down, but I can't wait because it's like I either go now when the sun is up and there aren't that many people in the train, or I wait until the sun goes down and it'll be really crowded with rush hour. So I'm gonna be hot and sweaty no matter what, so I might as well just go now when there's less people to witness the move. 移動します。Couldn't even make it down the street. My stuff was too heavy, so we are taking a cab. Just wanna like roll around and just like I have space. Oh yeah? Let's see how much. I made it! Woo! Hello everyone! Welcome to my new apartment! But I got the majority of my stuff here in one go. I have to go back next week to like move out of the dorm and like close things up, and that's when I'll pick up the last like odds and ends and do like a final cleanup. But for now, my main luggage is here. The other day I posted some photos on Twitter, and there was someone who commented, can you explain how you got your apartment and the whole process and share your tips with us? And I thought that would be a great idea, so I just kind of wanted to briefly run through the whole thing and let you guys how that went. Still going. So my case was not standard at all. Basically, I moved to Japan 3 months ago, and at that time, or before that, I started sending emails to all my old host moms and families and friends, and I let them know I'm moving to Japan, I'm starting graduate school, and I'm moving into a dorm, but very soon after I will need to move out, find an apartment, one that's dog friendly, one that has space for like everyone and not just myself. And one of my host moms, like an angel, reached out and basically said like, you know, I think I have a place for you. And she basically put me in touch with someone that she knows who rents apartments and was gracious enough to rent this huge space to me. And on top of that, there was no like ridiculous like raking or 3 months up front or first and last months or anything like that. Like I didn't have to pay 3 times my rent just to move in here. She basically understood that I'm in the middle of a huge change and was so gracious and helped me by letting me rent this apartment pretty much zero hassle free. Yay! And I'm so grateful. Usually the way it works in Japan is that you need to have a guarantor. So you either need to have a Japanese person vouching for you, or you need to have a company that, specifically does that to make sure that if you do leave Japan and like you bail and you never pay your rent, that the landlord or lady is guaranteed that somehow they will be compensated still. And in addition to that, you usually have to pay raking, first month, etc. You usually can pay up to almost 3 months rent up front. So I was able to come here and I was able to come to this apartment, which is dog friendly, huge, bright, wonderful, and like set up and like really cheap, which is a huge help. I was able to get all of that simply because one specific tip. So I've said this in a video before, but I think one of the most helpful things that you can do whenever you come to Japan is to really take care of your relationships. So if you stay with a friend or a host family, or if if someone does you a favor, it doesn't matter. Like if you get along with them even remotely, as long as it's not a bad experience, keep up that relationship. So like for me, my host mom who set up this apartment for me and like guaranteed the whole thing and like got it all set up, I lived with her almost, it was 2009, だから2009、今2016、7 years ago. I lived with her 7 years ago, and ever since then, I would send her like Christmas cards, birthday cards, emails. When Nihon Daishinsai in 2011, when the big earthquake happened, I called her immediately, probably jammed up the phone line, which wasn't good, but I called her immediately and was like, how are you doing? Are you okay? Like, I have a lot of host families here in Japan, and each and every one of them, I try to make sure that I'm always in touch with them. And the video I posted last week about going to Kyoto and carrying the shrine in the parade, everyone's like, how did you get to... I had some comments asking, how did I get to do that as well? That's because I've stayed in touch with that host mom, and I lived with her 6 years ago. Like, these are old relationships that even until this day that I've been trying to keep up with them. So my advice to you is basically, if you meet someone and your experience is remotely good, if it's not bad, make sure every year, keep a record of either their birthday, but definitely at least New Year's. Know their email address. If you can, their physical address so that you can mail something, but try to keep up with them at least once a year and just keep the relationship going, because if you keep up with people, you can almost ensure that they'll be there for you if you need them in the future. And if you're really fortunate, like I was, you may even end up with like a ridiculous situation that probably shouldn't have been given to you, but thank you so much because I'm so happy and my life just got so much easier. だからこれで勉強に集中できる。自分のマイスペースで。マイスペース。So that is my advice to you. この動画が良かったらグッドボタンとシェアとチャンネル登録もぜひお願いします。See you guys next time! Bye!